Good afternoon, everyone. Today is the first technical session of AICT PARAKH 5th batch. Now, I would like to introduce our today's expert, Professor Chandan Ghosh, sir. Professor Ghosh is a passionate teacher and motivator and innovator for more than 3 decades in entrepreneurship development. He works on disaster risk reduction domain, including promotion of earthquake resistance measures, nature-based solution in air, water, soil, bioengineering by vetiver grass. He inspires the community.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. He works on disaster risk reduction domain, including promotion of earthquake resistance, nature-based solution in air, water, soil, bioengineering by vetiver grass. He inspired the community to live with all facts of disaster with a zeal of creativity and problem-solving skills. He has more than 150 research publications in national and international journals, proceedings of repute on microzonation, landslides mitigation. He is proficient in the site-specific hands-on training, research documentation, and policy advocacy of the country, guiding many institutions and universities to adopt a skill-based approach to sustainable development. As professor and head NIDM, he has made important contributions in strengthening training, self-study, and online curriculum with field exposure and professional in the disaster documentation. He has been serving as an expert member in various committees formed by DDA, MCT, NDMA, UPSC, DST, to name a few. His professional acumen is effectively tapped by the non-life disaster insurance agencies, dam burst disaster planning, hydrocarbon industries, construction and retrofitting agencies, etc. Now, welcome to you, sir. Now, over to you, sir. Please take the session. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. So, it is again, today is the first day, and I think it is the 5th batch.
Yes, sir.
Of PARAKH program by AICT and by CIDC.
Yes.
So, on behalf of CIDC, in fact, on behalf of everyone, that all the participants, they are welcome. Many of them, I think all of you are teaching in some of the colleges, engineering colleges. Is it? Sachin, Wangikar, you can speak, or you can interact, all participants, or you are not given that facility to talk. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Huh? One can, Kanchan. Yeah. So just let us have some kind of, interaction. Because this is the just beginning. Just spend few times that about your interest in this and why you got into this program. Anybody? Shall I speak in English or Hindi? Maybe there are mixed all over the country, no?
Sir, English.
English. Okay. Ram Kumar. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Ankit Joshi, you'd like to say something about this program? Have you attended earlier program?
So mix will be better.
Huh?
Yes, sir. I have joined the earlier programs of PARAKH.
Go. ক্লাস চলছে পরে কথা বলছি ঠিক আছে বলছি হ্যাঁ ইয়া তো Ankit ji, please tell about yourself.
So,
Sorry, sir, I can't hear you.
Huh? Anybody? So almost more than 100. I think 300 are to join. English will be good. Okay, I got it. I'll be speaking in English. That is fine. Yeah, Latika, I can call in between anyone. Please be alert. You are teacher. All of you are teacher. I don't consider you as a student or something. It is not like that. We are in the same platform. Only I'll be sliding few slide. I mean, some of the slides I'll be going and go on speaking. But you are equally welcome to interact. And because it is a subject is very wide, you are from multiple discipline, especially in engineering branches. There are, I think, 20 plus branches are there in the country. Some of the core and some are specialized, super specialized, which you know very well. AICT has been taking this effort for the last almost more than 6-7 months now with CIDC, that interacting with you and calling the experts and encourage you to take up some of the national perspectives about the engineering education and various programs that floated by AICT and Ministry of Education, whether it is Skill University, whether it is, Atmanirbhar Bharat, or whether it is making things in India. So engineers have been playing a lot of things, but still we'll see that what is the things that we are still not able to do and we have to do. And our students as well as teachers and the educational institution, they have to come forward. So in that case, I will highlight only few aspects which, of course, there are, many other faculty will be there. But today, since it is a ice-breaking ceremony, there is something like I have to speak from everyone's relevant point of view, where climate change and climate-related things are happening. And I don't want to talk only about the disaster only, but especially as a civil engineer, what is the things that we have not yet thought of. So last almost 1 hour, I have been working on the Twitter. Social media has taken a lot of things. So I have been working on the Twitter, and what I have posted, let me start with that. Would you like to see? Of course, you can see Twitter address will be there, but I would like to show the Twitter page that just now about 7-8 posts that I have made. Enter screen. Okay. Then are you able to see the screen?
Not yet, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No? Okay, let me see. Oh, yeah, I have to say share. Okay. Can you see this screen? Can you see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now it
Yes,
is
sir.
visible.
Okay.
Yes,
You
sir. Yes,
please,
sir.
you talk in between because I'm not going to see you. Entire screen is I'm showing that this is me. What it is quite different from what you are seeing directly. And so right now I'm in Rohini. This is my address. This is my Twitter address. You can see. And what are the posts which will be main discussion will be on this only. Like I have noted that my name, of course, is there, and my Twitter address is this. And I do not have not many followers or anything, but of course I follow many people. But things that I wanted to share with you, being from the engineering fraternity. What is this? This is my Twitter number. I have put up some CG, means Chandan Ghosh, and now I have added the -T. T means Twitter, and this is 166th post. So today, in fact, after a gap of more than 2 years, today I have added few more. But what are they? The life of an e-rickshaw puller. The life of an e-rickshaw puller, which I am giving some of the thing which you can read. I don't have to read it again. There will be plus minus maybe 10%, 20% like this. The life of an e-rickshaw puller, yet they are amongst the happiest lot on the earth. ये मेरा comment है. This is the kind of comment that I make. But rickshaw puller is like this. What he is carrying, you see, not only that they carry people, but they carry all this kind of material also. It is a folded or rounded some kind of asbestos, some kind of that polythene or something that they are carrying, or maybe rexine, or what do you say? This one, especially sun mica. The sun mica is being carried on that, which caught my attention just few days back. I took the photograph while going on my car, and how much he earns. E-rickshaw ka sell statement. On-road price, there may be some variation, 1.5 lakh. Direct purchase. Just I have been to e-rickshaw shop. I say that how much it is? Says, sir, this is 144. This is 150. If you want to buy now, you can take it. All the number plates and everything is ready. So direct purchase means this is with finance. You have to pay maybe, if you, of course, no rickshaw puller will be able to have 1.5 lakh, because his value in the economic criteria or other earth, his value on the society that we belong to, he will not be given any kind of loan by any of the bank or financier which are recognized by the government or whatever it is, all the private and all banks. So he cannot get this loan, 1.5 lakh or anything, because he is not qualified for that. For that, they have to have, like us, we have to go for credit card or something and hefty salary or something, minimum 50,000 rupees salary. So in order to get this, then he has to finance it from the people that whose face you do not see in the society. Better in life, where I'm not motivating you to look at this money matter, but look at from the engineering aspect. Better in life is 6 months to 1 year. And battery price is 32,000 to 50,000 or even 80,000. Depending on how much you are spending there, you will get more and better. So 70, even 50,000 rupee a battery set, he has to invest if he is owning a rickshaw or a rickshaw owner. This is the price. How it comes? 50,000 K for 1 year life divided by 12. So it becomes around 4,200 per month, 12 months, and divided by day. So day it becomes around 140 rupee per day equivalent. You can calculate. If he is not having rickshaw on his own, which is quite unlikely, they cannot own a rickshaw. Then if he is going to own, then he has to invest 50,000-60,000 extra to pay to those dark colored, white colored financier. Let us not use any word. Only thing is that you have to look at from the engineering aspect that most of the batteries are not produced in the country. Maybe I may be wrong, but you may check at your level. They're all parts, many of the parts comes from abroad. You know which country or where from they are being resourced. So we are in a, we are having 3,500 engineering colleges, and we are teaching all ABCD of electronics and all those testing and everything we are doing. And the kind of demand that country is having for by the rickshaw puller, e-rickshaw puller, or in many other cases, we are not self-sufficient yet with the technology and know-how to economize, and the kind of expenditure that one has to make 140 rupees per day equivalent for the battery, or even more if he is spending more. So please note down this one. If he is not giving or he is taking rent, you see that how much rent he has to pay. I'm talking about, for example, in Delhi. In city-wise, it may be different, maybe 200, maybe 300, or somewhere maybe location-wise also it may be different. 300 means for 30 days, he is paying about 9,000. So in 1 year, if he is running the rickshaw for 12 hours, not even 12 hours, we will come later, that for 5 to 6 hours only they can run. So we have not yet invested our time and energy and research and capability to the development of a more efficient battery, and also the charging. So if 9,000 he is paying to the owner who might have invested 1.5 lakh or less, by giving it rent for 6 to 8 hours, because another 4, 5, 6 hours it takes for charging it, we had not yet improved the charging. Only we look for the flash news from the foreign country that what are the best design charger that available in the market, so that we can buy it, use it, and make it. So indigenously, whatever research is going on, we have to look at ourselves that such a surging demand is there. So we have to invest our time and energy rather than calling names of others, that to develop energy efficient battery, and also charging station, not by increasing the station only, which is the main focus of the country, rather increasing the charging or charging efficiency, as well as reducing the time for charges. Every nook and corner you will see that some technology is available, where maybe European country or Japan or somebody, they are coming forward with better and better. And today's advertisement in the newspaper or other things, if you see that 150 watt battery, 150 watts charger is there. We used to know about 5 watt, 6 watt, 10 watt about a month back, 2 months back, or 7 months back, or maybe 2 years back. But now we are seeing 150 watt capacity charger to charge a mobile phone. Who have developed these things? So we should be part and parcel of developing these things indigenously in our country, rather than paying a hefty amount, or rather paying a very cheap or a small amount we are able to afford, and buy it from outside and take it and tag that I have got this phone with such a large battery backup, or it is charging my mobile phone within 10 minutes or 20 minutes. So we have to take in the engineering fraternity now that what is my share, your share in developing such technology indigenous. And that is why the importance of having such kind of faculty development program, and also interaction, and with the known technology, or with the kind of technological ambience that being created in these days by social media. Let us take it forward at our at your institute, university, wherever you belong to. So looking at the economy of a e-rickshaw puller, I have given a very rough estimate that I can see nearby in my city. charging for one time is about 100 kilometer or 80 kilometer only. And so with 100 kilometer full charges, in fact, with days, after 6 months of battery running, these will reduce to maybe 70 kilometers, 60 kilometers like that. That is the kind of efficient things that we are providing to our rickshaw puller. And like I said, that the life of a e-rickshaw puller, yet they are amongst the happiest lot on the earth. So the kind of comment behind that, you can see that the amount required to earn by each e-rickshaw driver or puller, whatever you can say, driver we should say, not the puller, for a family of 4, like in Delhi, minimum you need 100 rupees. Of course, you may say that people are now getting free ration, but what percentage of the people? Let us take a rough estimate, 400 rupees for 4 persons in a standard family. So 400. And minimum 6,000 to 7,000 rent, because no one who comes from villages, nearby villages or other state, they can afford to have a house of their own in a city like Delhi. So 400 minimum, this is the minimum food, and then 200. So the amount required to earn by each rickshaw puller is on rental basis. Is this 300 is taken here for e-rickshaw owner. In that case, no need to pay for battery. No need to pay for battery or other thing. This expenditure is one-time expenditure, and battery will be taken care of by the owner. So that is why he is charging 300 rupees. So 300 rupees when they are paying, and along with, because this, so in 1.5 years or maximum 2 years time, the amount, the return of investment comes in. But you see the quality of the rickshaw, e-rickshaw. When we have got the auto rickshaw, even after 15 years of running, nothing happens to them. In the same country, we are making this e-rickshaw, and only battery and motor is there. It has not yet got the attention of the so-called technology or IT or manufacturing agency to give a better life to such kind of e-rickshaw. You know that within 2 years of time, maximum 1.5 to 2 years of time, if you see that their life or their services become completely obsolete, I can show you many things and you know. So then where this engineering fraternity is going on, where our research and our capacity building and our Indianness are growing into that, when within 2 years or 3 years of time, this kind of rickshaw becomes just like it cannot go any further. So then optimization, improvement in the battery, and also while we are making cars and everything, even auto rickshaw, that which is market price is just double of this, around 2.5 lakh is the one auto rickshaw that which run. And when we can afford to manufacture auto rickshaw whose lifespan is more than 15 years, and in the same country, same factory, same setup, same machinery, and same kind of material, raw material available in the country, and we are making this kind of rickshaw for these people whom we are saying that they are the happiest lot on the earth. Life doesn't go beyond 3 years or 2 years. So is this the contribution of the engineering fraternity to the society? Then come to the economics and other things. 400 plus 200 means if you say 300 for rent, then at least 100 rupee for charging every day, 400 for food, 200 for renting one room apartment. So it becomes 400, 400, 800 plus 1,000 rupees. Now look at that, how much he can earn after one charge, which can run 5 to 6 hours, means it is limited by the kilometer maximum, that is 100. So for a 4 kilometer maximum stretch, 3 to 4 kilometers, sometimes 2 kilometers also, he can take only 4 people, and each one are fixed to pay 10 rupee only per ride. So he can earn for running 4 kilometers. He can earn 40 rupees maximum. Most of the time it is not. It may be less than that for one way. So with 100 kilometer charging, he can earn only 100 by 4 equal to 25 into 40. Means each ride 40 rupees, 1000 rupees. So what is his average expenditure? Forget about children's educations or other things. How much he can earn per day? 1000 rupee. And what is his minimum expenditure? 1000 rupees. The net amount on hand is 1000 minus 1000. This is the city life. Rest you can imagine. Okay. Then come to the infrastructure. We make such kind of buildings because we have to provide parking at this. When same building, 6-story frame building is tested on a shake table with an earthquake, that which is given over here, where it is broken. 6-story frame tested in a shake table that fails at the bottom here within 5 seconds to 10 seconds of the shaking, which is being recreated, how such building fails. What kind of assurity civil engineers, despite we have grown so much, so many numbers, and so many subjects are being taught. You just name one civil engineer expert who will prove that such kind of buildings will be safe against the earthquake, when our robust laboratory, not in the country, this is in Japan, robust laboratory has recreated an earthquake and made a plain frame building, not by these walls or filler walls or anything. So buildings on stilt, liable to fail by earthquake. How it is proved? Because we do experiment, we are scientists, we are engineers, we know, we will only believe that when things will be recreated in our laboratory or in the field, thousands of such buildings have failed. Still, there is a high demand, and our code also assumes softly that our building code, which is revised in 2016, they also just surreptitiously, they just keep mum. Simply by a statement, they say that stiffness difference or something like that, they write it, which is very difficult to specify, define. So when this is the reality performance-wise, and we still continue to grow such kind of building, here it is 6-story building. Sometimes we go for 20-story building on steel. So you can see the reliability of such building, which are plenty happening and people are living. And we take all our rules and regulation and performance, that which you can see, which is being shown here. I have the entire experimental video that which is available. I can show you, but this is only screenshot has been taken. So building on steel are tested on a shake table in Japan, and test of this nature has truthfully proved what is right and what is wrong. Construction practice still prevalent in the country, especially in Delhi NCR. Unfortunately, none of our research labs have done yet any such test for the sake of common public and contractors. So then another thing is that it is again a Twitter post, just I have modified something. It is all being there in the PowerPoint slide, but here it is, after earthquake or flood or whatever event that happened, we hardly have any mechanism for checking the health of structure. Like this bridge failed after 3 months of Sikkim earthquake. Post-Sikkim earthquake. Earthquake happened on 18 September 2011, and on December 8, just around 3 months after that, a trolley, the bridge along NH31A is informed to have a long bearing capacity, load bearing capacity of 70 ton. It can carry 70 ton. I don't know how they define. And the trailer which came down along this is suggested, and it is suggested and weight around 60 ton. A 60 ton trailer was passing by this, and then it came down. Because it is 60 ton, this is 70 ton. These are the all, cooked up data after things happen, things fail. Otherwise, many of the things that happening, we do not have any explanation. So this is said that after this failed, along with the trawler of 60 ton, then some report will come which is not having any engineering judgment on that. The main thing over here, when main earthquake happened in 3 months before, many of the structure, when it is shaken vigorously, they develop some crack. And there are some progressively, then they become weaker. But we do not have any such system in place to check the health condition of the structure or building, bridges or anything. We have not yet done anything. So resulting that we just make some kind of comments, and then some newspaper reports come, some inquiry commissions are set up, and they make some flowery report, and then again go on in the same way. This is one thing. So then another thing is, there are, like the previous example about how to rate health checkup of a structure. So there are about 3, then 6, 8. So 17 category are being shown over here. And you see America's cumulative structure infrastructure grading is C-. So these are the grading given to aviation, bridges, dams, drinking water, energy, hazardous waste, and inland waterways, levees, and parks and recreation. These are all being rated by whom? These are rated by, I think those who are in civil engineering, by American Society of Civil Engineers. So what I have written, my comment, which you can read already, over scoreboard for the overall scoreboard, rather not overall scoreboard for 19 different categories. Here it is 17, but they have made into 19 categories of infrastructure that includes parks, levees, railways, roads, ports. Overall grade is C-, which is below average. And see the audacity of ASC professional, which is must to be respected by the quality of services being rendered. We also are having thousands of such professional society, so they are affiliated to many such professional society, but very few you will see that have raised their standard the way that internationally this society has grown, professional society, that where membership of different categories are given. I think many of you are members of Institute of Engineers or Structural Engineers, Concrete Institute, and many other IEEE and many other student chapters are also there, which you have been working. But taking up infrastructure of the category like this and working together and then categorizing our infrastructure, that what is the current grading that you can give, the grading that we do for our students, similar grading for our infrastructure. So this is something that report came up in the year 2021, means last year. So such kind of, nationwide exercise, in fact, CIDC and AICT has taken up along with an IDM, this exercise at least to start inspection of the bridges, where a separate program is going on, that what is their health standard and how do we rate them, at least what are their category and what are their, just by seeing them, what are their health condition, which will come later. At least let us know that where, how many bridges are there. So there are bridges are there where bridge construction agencies, they are not having proper record or location. Whereas as a country, we have been very much say efficient in using our Google Earth or Google Map, going any place to any place, sharing the live location. Mind that none of these things have been developed in our country. So it is a shame for us that we are not we are not doing anything for the country in this manner and sharing all our data freely to others. So those who are from the IT or electronics or other department, please look at that, how long that we should go on while we are using every fashionable things not originated here. Of course, on the other hand, you know that many of our workers that who are working means in this manner, they are Indians and they are serving a lot. Indirectly, benefit is going to come. But you know that we are losing all our data to them, including me also. Whatever I'm showing, it is also Twitter. Not necessarily that we have to own everything, but our share of contribution in promoting IT related services, we still have to go far to accomplish in this direction. So this is one aspect. Once that is there, then we should be able to grade our things. So we have to develop that standard in our education and in our curricula. Only that curricula, a good curricula is being made, but not good teachers are there or laboratories are there, then it is not possible. That you know very well. Then this is again from the same report, 2021 report. I wanted to share that the kind of bridges that they make, you see that we are also making some of the highest bridges, longest bridges, or tunnels also we are making. But majority of them, it is, the machineries that we are using, the kind of checking that we are making, it is mostly sourced from outside, but indigenously then we have to encourage and come forward. So it is C- grade is there. And then another thing is that it is again today, just 1 hour before, as I said, we are not yet far from being a disaster monger, making haywire in the situation. Like today, newspaper highlight and all break news is coming. Bangalore is raining. This is a live photograph taken from Bangalore, from the website. And yet a bit of preparedness make things far better. So rain has come. So Bangalore is showing like this. This gets more publicity across the globe these days through social media. Across the social media, then the kind of photographs taken from elsewhere, where it shows the preparedness. It shows that when the flood water is there, that this is something that this kind of properties are being saved by making such kind of temporary water retaining structure, where you see everything is safe. So this gets more publicity than adopting some of the preparedness measure that which is being shown over here. So this is something. Heavy rains today in Bangalore and breaking news and it is a breaking news, but preparedness that still defying our attention. Means we have to say that when an area is water logging or flood prone or something, if it rains for 15-20 minutes, it is going to be waterlogged. Then there are certain way to look at. One of the way like this. Then another part is earthquake early warning system that saved a bullet train like this one in 2004. Now it is 2022. And technological advancement that yet to be inculcated in the country. We have not yet. I am showing this photograph since I was there at that time, 1,000 times that I have shown. But we have not even an inch closer to adopting such kind of system before applying automatic brake to a train that which they did in for more than 2 decades ago. They have all the system. So this is again something that even a train like 2011, this is 2004, but 2011, 11th March, when earthquake tsunami occurred, it has given certain thing. 27 Shinkansen in bullet train were in service between Tokyo and Shin-Aomori. 2 Shinkansen were running of maximum speed of 270 km/h near Sendai. P wave detected by this one yellow, green colored, and then electricity immediately cut off. And 9 to 12 seconds before the first shear wave arrives, then emergency brake maximum S wave reached 70 seconds after the first detection. So here emergency brake they have applied to the Shinkansen automatically, and Shinkansen was already slowed down below 100 km/h. So this is something that safely that they have stopped. This is the kind of, professional as well as engineering, I would say, achievement that let earthquake come, detect it early, then check that which are the moving facilities are there, detect them, and then apply automatic brake, then bring down their speed, in this case example, to a level that where they are not going to be toppled by the earthquake shaking at the ground. So this is again, you see, one thing. Then when earthquake happens, such kind of things, these deck, they come down like this. Then what kind of measures, preparedness measures to be taken? What are the preparedness measures to be taken is being simulated. Now, if earthquake comes, this kind of prop system over here, they will not allow the deck to come down like that it has happened. From the roller support, it came down. So this is the kind of preparedness. Then I gave, of course, today's thing is story of a green coconut wala. Number of coconuts in a van like this, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many layers he can make here? And this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in one layer it is 60. In two layer it is 2 layer. Of course it will be lesser. So it will be 50, 60, 50, 110. And then you can count here. Maximum story of a number of coconut in a van, 100 to 150. Price across the city is rupees 60. This is fixed. Price across the city is rupees 60. See, this cannot be changed or anything. There is no seasonal variations or anything. It is such an essential item. Green coconut, a must requirement for all facing summer heat in April. See the life sketch of the services and life being dealt with. There is similar occasion that I have taken. So 150 coconut at the rate of 60 rupees, which is not always true. But still, he can get 9,000 rupees. Average profit is rupees 5. So how much he is earning? 5 into 150 if he is selling all the things. So 750 is his daily income. From morning, maybe 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock, he go to the mandi and then they will bring it. And then whole day, he will be having some designated places, mostly at the mercy of many of the other people around, and then 750 is his profit if we take this one, because the rest of the 55 rupees and everything, he has to pay to the mandi wala. And those prices are also fixed, very minimal variation. Again, per day living cost for a family of 4, for 400, 200 for then 200 for rental, then education, travel, etc., etc. which doesn't count. Our system has made it assured that each coconut should be sold at rupees 60 across the city, and margin profit for the sale person is also fixed, means around 5 to 7 rupee if he is lucky enough. The rest are for the market players. Who are those market players? You know, knowing well that the resource price would vary between rupees 7 to 10 apiece. Resource price means, if you know those who are in the village, you know that these margin people, the market players people, they buy the coconut tree, and then source price may be rupees 7, rupees 10, or maximum rupees 15. So if it is rupees 15, and the person that who is buying from the mandi is 55, 40 rupees are engulfed by the system. So this is what is our market economy. Of course, these are various examples that I wanted to show, that the road is graded as B, even less than C, and then how the road conditions are in America. And for all the states that they have been able to, all the 50 states, they have been able to categorize the road condition based on which they have given this grade and this grade. So this is about the Twitter things that I thought let me show, because in the screen, full screen, I can show anything. So, so that is why just gave you that overall things, that few of the aspects that I tried to highlight. Now let us see this one. Can you see my screen? Now you
Yes,
see
sir.
the new screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Before I go to formal presentation, yeah, you can see the Twitter address and Facebook address also you can see. And some of those posts have been modified and also taken directly from my Facebook, which also address you can see. Would you like to say something before I go any further? Because my topic is, although it is almost 50 minutes gone, another 10-20 minutes I want to show so that we can finish before 4:30. Technology and nature-based solution, and also giving some way that how to live with the climate change. How to live with the climate change. Anything you'd like to share, say, comment? Anybody? No comment, nothing? Good, very good. So let us see. Our farmer or our agricultural scientist, rather I would say, they have got the know-how how to increase the yield, just like banana. Normally, banana tree will not give so much of yield. Do you agree? How many of
Sometimes,
you?
sir.
Huh?
Sometimes, sir.
Yeah. Generally, our natural way, whatever banana trees are there, until and unless they are provided with some special kind of, food for their growth, we generally do not get naturally such a robust and so much amount of fruit or banana, isn't it? And then nature also gives something. These are made of grass. These are made of grass, and every country, every villages, or everywhere you will see some of our artists that they have been working, they have been making their living based on selling whole day. Maybe they are working, and then they sell these things in the market. This is made from some of the dried leaf, which are also used in variety purpose. Of course, I will not go into that much detail. And what is that? And looking at this kind of products, of course, none of our civil engineering or mechanical, electrical, IT, they are directly or indirectly involved in this kind of two things. I have shown that how to grow a more fruit, it is agriculture scientists they have been doing. How to make such kind of this, it is village artisan or artist they are doing. We have no business with that. We have no contribution in taking such measures, or it doesn't come into our classroom or cup of tea. That is true. But what we get in our locality or city or everyday, you see how nicely price charts are being prepared. Because we have got such a wonderful software and computer facility, and we have got any 7th or even unpar person also, 7th, 8th standard boy or girl also can make such a wonderful chart of the rates. Who decides this wonderful rates, that which is 28, 24, 18, 18 or something like that? They're so lucrative, so nicely. Color also has been there. Here comes all necessary skills of engineering. Here it is agriculture, here it is, local artists, which we do not teach, but there are special ITI specialists are there, ITI people that they teach, some kind of skill building is there. But here comes a very, very, because we have to have a computer, we have to have a software, and we have to have a standard computer for which we have to invest around 20, 30, 40,000. And then we have to get them printed also. For that, you have to have a color printer, or these days printing is not done. At least this can be displayed through a computer. And you think about the kind of investment. So in every facets of whether making this banana in a large number or making this, we need machine, we need stitching tools, we need many other colors, and so many things are there. And while making such kind of poster, within few minutes or for every day, morning, and putting such kind of labeling and other things. No doubt, lots of technology are being harbored over here to bring such a nice, juicy, or I would say fruits that you can see, that where you can see they are so much lucrative. But you ask any of your friend that the kind of fruits, vegetables that we get in our open market, how much are they reliable on the basis of the quality, and whether you can identify a single of this item that check that they are not given any kind of preservative. Anybody can say? Are they? Any one of you can guess that what kind of preservative and how many industries, crores and crores of industries are involved in reaching such kind of items in the form of a poster in our courtyard or in our flat? That can anybody among you, that whether you would say 100% that these are all coming here in such a nice picture, that where fertilizer is not used, preservatives are not used? Or can we avoid that? If we are not able to avoid, it means that we are taking it directly. They are going into our body and they are creating their nest in our body in the form of cancer or many other things. Can any one of you or me, I cannot deny. Have you ever checked these things at your level, or anyone, any sanstha or organization, those who are making, that like there are, what is that? The movement that going on, Organic, it has become a farce movement so far. People are making a lot of business because the production will be less than 50%. So prices will be 3-4 times more. And they are adding preservative because you cannot help. So here is the thing between, like tomato. Tomato, if you harvest the tomato from the things in a place like 300 kilometer, 500 kilometer away, now state of Bihar that one used to be that they used to supply most of the vegetables over here. So to bring this tomato and package them and bring it here, do you think that it is possible? But we want to eat tomato from Bihar or from Shakti farm in Uttarakhand or many other places which are more than 100, 200, 500 or 1,000 kilometers away. Then what scientists and technicians or our whatever our market demand is that such kind of preservatives are being used here where the tomato remain fresh for at least 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And you know that accordingly, our refrigerator industry also have come up. If you go to the market, now these days, if you buy a refrigerator, they will say that it will keep a garden fresh for 28 days, 30 days, if you use this freezer, because it is having some kind of disinfectant also. We also know that disinfectants, if you keep such kind of things in water, where water also is not pure, for 24 hours, it is said that most of the disinfectants or most of the preservatives will be out. So whom to believe? Where to check? And for that, you know, you see the market dynamics involved in all these things. So you can imagine the kind of situation, precarious situation that we are facing, which is the main thing that technology and nature-based solution, and to live with climate change. To live with climate change is coming in a broader way, which I will take, but we have to see that the kind of development, so-called development we have made, and the urgency of keeping them fresh, then what kind of mixture that we are making, the way that we are making this kind of more and more fruits together on the same tree with minimum possible time, minimum possible water, with maximum, because that is possible that scientists have been able to make it out that to provide this much doses of varieties of pesticides and other things you put, then it will come. So parallelly, another movement is that let us go natural, and so let us go natural, and if naturally things are produced, of course that movement is now coming up to many of the villages or many of the household people, that they are making now hydroponics and roof garden or kitchen garden, even in the city area on the closed colonies also. Now this movement has been taking a lot of roots. It would have taken much before, but now we are understanding that when the root cause of the climate change or root cause of various kind of diseases that we are harboring, that cannot be checked just by increasing the number of seats in medical colleges or number of medical colleges, or for that matter, number of increasing cancer treatment hospital. We have to look at being engineer or being a social person, that we have to think, we have to look forward our educations and our way of life, whether in terms of food or giving a life to the rickshawala, that more holistically than it is before. And this is one of that nature-based things, that plenty of these things available in the country, which has been revolutionizing our way of looking at climate-related change that we are expecting or we are projecting for the next 10, 20, 30, or even 100 years. There is a game changer. One is organic, another is such kind of naturally produced grasses that can make a lot of differences. All the projections can be made fail so far. if we adopt to such kind of green-based technology. Like you see, this is the same grass used over here. Same grass used over here. Whereas traditionally, by planting the tree, only this portion may be saved. But traditionally, we need to spend a lot of money to stop the erosion. And while it is raining, but this grass that which is being shown over here, this has taken nature-based, whereas we have got tennis court or all these things, basketball or volleyball and everything. The safeguard to maintain such kind of nice court or ambience over here, playing space over here, has taken over by the grass that which is shown over here. So while if you ask the civil engineer or geology or anyone, they would definitely go for some kind of riprap or some kind of tiles or something, depending on the money or pocket power. But you see that how nature has taken this in-between interspaces that are there, where this grass has been grown, and the grass has ensured more holistic solution than any other solution could have given, and at a very minimal affordable prices. So this is where the marriage between technology and nature that has to happen. And this is where that our education institution, engineering institution, has to lead and take forward such mission for the sustainability. This is one of the several examples. The context is technology versus engineering curriculum, then infrastructure damages, diagnostics and grading issues I have discussed, the role of natural resources in reconditioning climate-related impacts, and then new materials in restoring water resources, some case example. I think it is already 4 o'clock, although you will come to know most of these things are given in my Twitter as well as Facebook. You can come to know a lot of these things. So I don't want to go any further detail, but maybe later we'll see the kind of disservices that we have been making. Recently, the event that happened in Gurgaon, this is the existing building, and this is some building that where repair work is going on, strengthening work is going on. So infrastructure, health grading issues and challenges in Gurgaon, this is, this has become a hot issue about the, when the residents of these flats were given a notice to leave because they are unsafe, to leave all these spaces that are occupied by them. Occupied means they are the owner. 200 of the flat owner, they have been told that all these 7 towers, here you see 2 towers you can see, they are unfit for living. So that is why they are asked to vacate within 15 days. And these buildings are made not even 5 years before. So the issue that and it became a very serious issue, rather I would say. So a lot of media and a lot of things, and I also visited there. But while noted there in the building and their stocks and other things, the kind of work that which is going on, whether it is a structural damage, whether it is dangerous or not, you will not find anyone to take this challenge that these are not the real damage. These are only plaster. Plaster is not the part of the structure. So plaster has been scratched off and this is to be covered again. If this is the kind of repairing, then who says that these buildings are unfit? If these are filled up with micro concrete or something, after scratching them out, all these joints, and it becomes fit. But what is the cost then? Again, as an engineer, that we have to see, when we have made this construction, we have to check that whether there are some genuine problem of structural safety or not. And if genuine problems are there, how quickly, easily, affordable manner these are to be corrected, isn't it? So that is what that In fact, you see, this is a connecting beam. No such damages you can see. After even taking out the plaster, I would have agreed, I think you may also see, I would have agreed that there would be some serious damage had this beam not supported in this way or still maintaining its straightness. Then what kind of judgment that we are doing to our structure? What kind of media hype that we want to make? Don't you think that we are spitting on our profession? Like in Twitter that I say that ASC is a kind of professional organization. So their professional ethics and the kind of report that they have submitted to the Congress in USA, this has got a lot of weight because they have earned this reputation by serving the quality-wise, not the way that we are making issue out of non-issue that these buildings are not fit for living, just based on certain reports given by some of our institutions, who have gone there, some of the, some people that who have been asked to take some sample, and those samples are tested in ideal condition in the laboratory. So this is not the real professional services to the society when such kind of issue come up. And structural problems in flat, why you must keep eye on 5-year rule. This is, I think today somebody sent me some newspaper cutting that here all rules and regulation, but nobody talks about it is all rules and regulation under which rule, who is responsible, who will pay, something like that. It is something that with society becomes so much evolved. But what we have to look at as a civil engineer in this thing, the kind of things that we wanted to justify in telling that these buildings are unsafe, because it is declared based on the report given by again from our fraternity, it is declared unsafe. But if you look at this angle, it is not unsafe at all. At least look at this beam. Yeah, this is what that is coming up. And when those people have gone for taking samples also, you see that the way that they have cut the column in this manner and they left it like that, or the kind of plaster that they have taken. And they tried to take some core, which they have not taken. Dates and everything have been mentioned over here. So if this is the kind of professional services, you see that after taking such kind of core sample, you see core here, it is taken something like in this one here, it has gone little deeper. See the robustness and intact body of the column itself, and see that core that have been taken and they left like this. Is this the professional ethics or services that we are serving to the society as a civil engineer, or in the guise of a civil engineer who have been taught such kind of things, disservices to the profession? So this cannot be tolerated. This is where that we have to ask ourselves. If court comes in between or municipality comes in between, first we have to clean out our disservices attitude towards the society, towards the building that we have done in this manner. So this is where that we have to take in. Now, if you are asked to do the health assessment of the building where a Google photo shows like this, can we really do? But many among in our profession, only they wait for the order or they wait for the tender to come in so that they can take up and give some certificate, or, sell some certificates or something, giving a very lousy report to the which will suffice to serve. Do you think that it is so easy? Do you think that such kind of building stocks that in the city or in our country can be certified by any expert ever born in our civil engineering fraternity? What do you think? Anybody would like to say? Are you listening to me? So what I say that health checkup for these kind of built up facilities are just like giving steroid to COVID-19, because when no medicine is there, preventing medicine is there, then keep the patient on steroid. Last year, this time, you remember, for Delhi and across the country. So anyway, such events are uncalled for. These are all engineered structures. These are all engineered structure, but such kind of event that happen, such events are uncalled for, but we have to be responsible enough that why we didn't have any kind of early warning system and why we didn't have some kind of monitoring system in place. After all, the kind of investment that has been made in making this kind of roads or infrastructure, and while cutting the hills are there, then we are totally responsible. We as an engineer, road engineer, PWD or whoever works there, we are totally held responsible by not getting prepared to or not stabilizing the slope before as they have happened in this manner. So there are certain things that we cannot do. There are certain things that we should have been able to do, which we did not. So finally, I would say that this is the train that which I have shown already. That earthquake has caused this train to derail, but scientists devised earthquake early warning system. An auto brake applied on within 5 to 7 seconds, auto brake applied. Okay, let me finish over here. There are a lot of other things are there. I hope that you got the essence of what I wanted to say. Now let us 10-15 minutes. Let us discuss. Okay. Is there anything in the chat box? Okay, I can see. See, such kind of hello sir, namaste or good afternoon sir, this sir, please avoid writing such kind of things. You are directly have to query. You have to have a query on that. Okay, Ankit Joshi, we are student for you, sir. You don't say like that. You are teaching students. Huh? I'm not getting the screen shared by the sir. Okay, you got this. A nice session. I don't expect this thing that you have to say only simply nice session. And there is no query, nothing. And so, yeah, let me call whomever I would like to say. Jesse Thomas, please come forward. Shanti Govindaraj.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, what is your impression? How you would look forward to have this? This is the first lecture. Of course, you will see many experts will be coming, but what is your say on the kind
Yes,
of
sir.
things that we have discussed?
The many new things I come across your lecture, sir, regarding the building structure and all. So I have one question, sir.
Yeah.
What are the parameters we need to consider to construct the sustainable buildings, sir? What are the basic parameters we need to consider before to construct the house to support our sustainable environment?
There are many things are there. You can see in the textbook.
Okay, sir.
There are lots of such work has been done, and many of them are available online. First, you have to have the donation. Are you from the civil engineering?
No, sir. Electronics and communication background.
Electronics and communication.
Yes.
So then you have to.
Actually,
in that case, you see, civil engineering is there. Civil engineering, there are a number of codes are there. Guidelines are also there. First thing is that if you want to, first thing that you have to see, rather than knowing that what are the things, if you want to have to construct your own house or having your own plot and you want a building to be constructed as per your requirement, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, and the front, this side, that side. You may consult also Vastu also, whatever way that you look at. Then first thing that you have to go to the architect, that for the planning part. Then there are certified, they are qualified. If you are living in a metro city, then of course the municipality is having a planning wing is there. So there are certain certified architects that who will come and visit, and they listen to your requirement and they make the plan, and that plan will be made as per extent rules and regulation. What is the floor area ratio, or how much that you have to keep it in front. All these guidance are given. So which they follow, and based on that they submit the plan to the municipality for passing that. There may be certain modification if he has not done it properly. Generally, experienced architect, they know that what are the building bylaws and which are the portion that they have to address while before submitting, or even after submitting, it will be checked. These days, many of the city corporation, they check this thing online. Those parameters are given, fed online. So if anybody is submitting plan online, that will be checked and automatically report will come within no time. Based on that, certain modification, if required, it is to be resubmitted, and in many cases that it is done within a day or two. After plan is passed, then you have to catch someone like civil engineer. And of course, you may be knowing in your locality that who is the good mistri, but don't go by mistri if you are constructing your house in a especially dangerous area like flood prone, wind prone, cyclone prone, or earthquake prone area. So those are to be consulted with the civil engineer. So it is a long process, but all these guidelines are available. Then civil engineer, again, they are very catchy. Their roles are also sometimes very much dubious. Then in every step of this profession, depending on your requirement and your experience, your pocket money, power, and everything, there are certain standard price of materials are there, which many people they are not familiar with. But there are certain average prices are there, depending on the city, location, and the kind of construction requirement to make the building resilient against earthquake. So many things are there.
Okay, sir. Actually, yeah, in our state, we are focusing only in the rain harvesting, sir. So other than that, nothing we are implemented newly to cope up with a sustainable environment. That's what I wish to ask this question to you, sir.
Yeah, I could not listen to you properly.
Sir, in my state, we are focusing only the rain harvesting alone to support the environment, sir. We did not consider any other parameter before to build our house. So suppose if we increase 3 to 4 parameters to support our environment during the construction of the building, it's fine, sir. That's what.
Yeah. There are certain. It is a very big area, you can say. Suppose you want to take some natural material into that. So there are again some agency, organization, certification agencies are there. The green building, they say that your energy will be minimized and you can harvest the water, and whatever materials are being used. There are varieties of material available in the market. Like you want your building to be controlled automatically. You don't want to put your too much expenditure on your air conditioning. Then in that case,
yes,
there
sir.
are certain materials are being used.
Yes.
Which will be reducing the heat that which is very much important. And there are certain heat sensitive paints are also there. There are certain kind of bricks which are being used that which do not allow any heat to flow. Termite resistance are there. So many things are there. So there
Thank you, sir.
and there are certain buildings that you can make overnight. Like
Yes.
2-story building, 3-story building, you can make within a week time. Again, same building, if you want to make conventionally, it may take 1 year.
Okay, sir.
So that
Thank you,
kind
sir.
of,
Thank you.
okay. Yeah. Simran Kaur. Raghu Nangunari.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Please tell about you.
Sir, I am a computer science assistant
Oh.
professor, sir.
Okay.
But today I have learned that how these structures are to be built and what are the parameters need to look for the future safety. That I have understood from your lecture, sir.
Okay. Well, in fact, there are many other building information management where, you know, computer, IT related, electronics related things, IoT devices are also used. Temperatures are being checked. And also there are some sensors are being used to check that what is the electricity consumptions and many such. It is building is not only for civil engineers, but now it is, you know, it is a building industry and then is also involved. And computer science, of course, it is everywhere. It is there.
Yes, sir. Home automation is there and IoT
Yeah, home
is
automation
there.
is there.
Internet of things where we can sense all these things. Earthquake or fire.
Yeah.
Those safeties can be done with the computer science.
Yeah, of course, of course. So very soon, you know, the kind of modification, modernization that going on, whether it is a building or roads or railway or anything, whether it is climate change related adaptation, here it is a complete, you know, all role players are to work together, isn't it?
Yes.
And even building health assessment, like you can see, or even there are some, like you can see, I am putting one bipolar ionizer there itself, you can see. So it is killing the virus. It is manufactured here in India only, is a bipolar ionizer. So there are electronics like this available, like this one globe, is a Wi-Fi, that I am having Wi-Fi, everyone is having Wi-Fi. So this is keeping my mobile phone is having a chip here on the back side. You can see, so this is for household, that this globe is given by electronics. Again, this is making that all the radiation, electromagnetic radiation from the electronic devices which are regular, so it is randomizing those regular waves without breaking the communication thing. So these are now becoming household things. No? Yeah. So this kind of devices, like my mobile is also having some kind of chips in market. A lot of things are there. These are all now indigenously being developed. Like one kind of chips like this, you can see this kind of chips. So this mobile phone, if you use with this chip, then it is not going to harm much with this radiation that coming up to my nerve or cell and other things. This is what company demands. So here again, you see, in order to maintain our health, whether electronic health, you can say, the both of you, both Shanti and Raghu, you are from computer science and electronics. You see that your contribution, how we are using it. So that way, I would say that there are a lot of things happening, lot of things we have to be concerned, and we have to work together, and we have to work interdisciplinary, and then only we can make things work better. Whether it is from agro, whether it is from climate change related impacts, whether it is from radiation related things, all requires multidisciplinary approach. Yeah. Kavishar Rasput. Anything?
No, sir.
Yeah. Tell about yourself.
Sir, I am Professor K.K. Rajput, Kavishwar Rajput, from PLIT Engineering College, Buldana, which is situated in Maharashtra.
Okay.
I am the faculty of Electrical Engineering.
Electrical. Oh, electrical, electronics, computer. And I am from civil background, but I am talking about buildings. So this is all stress for you, whatever I say.
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Sir, overall session is very good, sir. It's nice, no?
Hmm? Okay.
Good.
We are not in civil engineering, sir. Huh? Anvarasan Radhakrishnan. Sorry. Huh? Okay. Facebook is same as cgoes24@gmail.com. Okay. Thank you.
Is there anyone who has any question? Please come forward. I think, sir, there is no question.
Okay.
Okay,
They
sir.
have understood everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now, I would like to thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable time and knowledge. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
With due permission of you, sir, could I close the session, sir?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.